So another bloom, you know that I love doing my blooms. So today I want to use greens and blues, and here we go. So I've got my white pigment paste. I've got 3 alcohol inks. It's a jade green, a sapphire blue, and a turquoise. I've got my 1:1 resin, and I've got 110 grams in there. My mold is nice and level. I've got my piping bag, and I've got my timer. So I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes, and I'm going to stir my resin, which hasn't been stirred yet. I'm going to stir it for the whole 5 minutes. I'm going to do it nice and slowly. I'm going to try and alleviate as many bubbles as I can. And I don't want any streaks in my resin. So make sure if you see any sort of like those thin lines in your resin hasn't been mixed properly, and your final result, you're going to have patches in your project that just haven't cured. So make sure that it is crystal clear. I like to do 5 minutes, and I find it's kind of like the perfect time for me to mix my resin. So welcome everybody. My name is Janice, and I hope you all had an amazing holidays and a wonderful Christmas and New Year. And I really pray that all your hopes, your desires, all come true this year. And I hope it's going to be an amazing year for all of you. So what I want to do also, just take a moment to say while I'm stirring, is I've opened a brand new group on Facebook. It's just for resin artists around the world. It's brand new, so I think I'm the only one on there at the moment, and I've just done it so that we can kind of connect in a more informal way and share. I want to see what you guys are doing, and it's just a nice way to be able to share tips and little tricks we've found along the way, and share our projects with each other. And let's just keep it kind and a safe space and respectful. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or advanced, we can all help each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin the link in the comment section, so it'll be on the top of the comments. Please go along and join and subscribe to the group. It will just be a really nice place for us to all interact and perhaps just get to know each other a little bit better. Okay, so I forgot to show you on camera, but my 5 minutes is up. I've reset my clock for 18 minutes. I want my resin to heat up. So what I've done from the get-go is I've put 2 tiny little blobs of my white pigment paste on my little popsicle stick. And I am mixing in about 20 grams of the resin that I've just mixed and that I've set aside. And I'm going to mix that in well. And then I'm just going to put it into my piping bag and leave that until the 18 minutes is up. So the reason I'm letting the resin stand for 18 minutes, which works for my resin. Your resin might be a little bit less, it might be a little bit more. You've just got to experiment and see what's good for your resin. Some people go by temperature. My temperature thing is broken, so I'm just going by the 18 minutes. So you might have to take it up a little bit. It might be a little bit less, but you want your resin to be the consistency of honey, and you want it to be warm. It must have heat. It must be a little bit, when you touch the cup like I'm doing there now, it must feel like it's just starting to get warm. And the reason is because when you pour your resin into your mold is cool. And so your resin starts contracting and it pulls towards the center. And that's what forms your bloom. So resin that you've just mixed, you're going to really struggle to form your bloom and your petals. Your resin does need, I keep stressing it, your resin needs to be warm. So I am at the point of being on my 18 minutes now. And for me, I know that my resin is good to go. So I've switched my timer off and I'm going to put that aside. And I can pour my resin now into my mold. It's kind of the consistency of honey. And immediately my resin's going to start cooling now because the surface area is bigger and it's going to start pulling towards the center. I'm just quickly taking my heat gun to pop any little bubbles that have come up to the top. And then I can start putting my inks in. You know, so play around with your colors as well, because, you know, the colors change actually so much. Once they start blending together, you'll see at the end, this comes out like such a, it's a beautiful green once all these colors have sort of mixed together. So don't be scared to use your colors, because you honestly just don't know what you're going to get. And then I'm just letting them spread a little bit. And then I'm going to take my silicone pen and I'm going to just mix the colors. I'm just going to do a swirl motion and just like sort of blend them together a little bit. I just wanted to do another little dab in the center. And then I'm just going to just do a few swirls around it so that they just blend in a little bit with each other. I mean, you don't even have to do that. You can just leave it like this if you want. Yeah, I just do something different every time. I like to experiment. And you just never know what you're going to get at the end of the day. And then I'm going to take I've just cut the very tip off of my piping bag. You don't want too much coming out at once. And then I'm just going to try some different designs. I'm always trying new designs. You just have fun, and it doesn't matter if it isn't perfect. Honestly, because, you know, sometimes you try and do it so perfectly that you end up kind of spoiling it in a way. So just let your hand do what it wants to do. And I don't think I've ever done this design before. I'm just trying it because you don't know what's going to happen at the end of it. You don't know how it's going to turn out. So most importantly, just have fun. Just have fun. I always find it so exciting to see how it's going to turn out in the end. And then if your goal here is to try not get big blobs, because your pigment paste is quite heavy, it does tend to sink. So a blob will sink immediately. So that's what you don't want. So if you do see a blob, just pull it out like I'm doing here. Just kind of pull it out a little bit and spread it. And then I'm just doing a little swirl in the middle. But honestly, just, you know, try different things. You just don't know what you're going to get. And then what I did, I just put the camera on hyperlapse, just so that you can see how it pulls in as the resin is curing and cooling down. And that is what's forming your petals. Right, so this is the next day. My resin is nicely cured. I'm just making sure that my mold is level again. And I'm using a black green. It's a very, very dark green. I wanted quite a nice dark background. And then mix your mica powders in really well, because sometimes they just don't all dissolve. So I do mix a lot faster than I do at the beginning when I'm mixing my A and my B together. And so you are going to probably incorporate quite a lot of bubbles. I did with this. There was quite a lot of bubbles in the resin. Right, I've made sure that my mold is centered, is level again, and I'm going to pour over the top. And you probably can't see them, but there are a lot of bubbles in there. So I did use my torch very quickly over it. I don't normally use my torch because it can burn your mold. I normally use the heat gun, but because there was just so many, I quickly used the torch over them, popped the bubbles, covered, and left overnight. And so this is the next day. So I was very happy how this turned out. I think the color is so gorgeous. You can see how it's so different to the color it looked when I was putting the alcohol inks in. So that's the end result. And yeah, the petals came out different, quite nice. Looks very fluffy. So yeah, just try different designs when you're using your white, and you never know what you're going to get. So I am quite happy with that, and I'm going to just say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.